words to cover this one. Very simple. Twalabye transition. Let me hope buli omu yategedde what is transition, kikyekola.
Yes.
Kati tujja kuzzaako kulaba kweno tab gye bayita animations. Mugiraba bulungi. Gye tugenda okwogerako. When you click on this tab, ejja kuleetera options. Let me click on it. Ejja kuleetera options zino wammanga. Zonna ziri grayed out because you are not allowed to use them as per now. The reason why they are grayed out, because we need to select what we're gonna apply to it. So what is animation and what is its importance? We said transition we apply to the entire slide, but with the animation we apply to specific content or object or image. We can do a lot of things, and we can see how these slides can be introduced to audience in an exciting way or in a dynamic way, in an organized way. You can see as well. We can bring that very thing to these words, and we introduce a word with something very, very interesting. Tuyinza okugamba nti twagala ekigambo kino kijjenga kiri in a special way into existence. Tuyinza okugamba nti I would like to introduce a picture. I would like to introduce maybe a shape. That is, we use animation. Let me create a blank slide here and I show this knowledge. I would like to create a blank slide. I'll use this one. Then I will insert a shape. Maybe I'll choose this one. I'll draw a shape and explain this point. With animation, ekola ku text, ku shape, picture, whatever content eri ku slide kono, you can apply animation to it. When I'm using this shape only to explain this concept, but you can apply it to what? You can apply it to a picture, you can apply it to icon, you can apply anything which is on the slide. Consider a point here noted. So where do you, when you want to apply animation to this one, where do you find animation? You come to animation tab, you click there. There are three things you must understand before applying animation. When you click on this drop down, we can see there are three groups. There are, I think there are yes, there are three. There are more than three groups. There are like four. None, it means this object doesn't have anything. That's why none is selected. There's what you call entrance. Oyagala object any into existence. Wobanga ogenze mu slide show ngo showinga. Oyagala eyingire wetya. That is the simple language I can use. Emphasize. It means it eja kubeerawo, but oyagala gyongerako ki. Like kakodyo kiko oyagala kasitero kiko oyagala eyo yeyongeremu. Ezo okubeera nga weerefine in existence, but oyagala nga maybe it is dancing, maybe it is like, we have examples here. Je tugenda okulaba one by one. Tulina another group which is called exit. Exit, as it is saying, oyagala ewulewo etya, egende etya. If it is disappearing this slide, oyagala eveewo etya, mu style ki. Oyagala ebuuke bubuusi, oyagala floating, oyagala yeyawuze, that is, oba oyagala wiping. Kati, another one is motion. Motion select. The word motion. Motion select. Oyagala etambule etya on slide. Oyagala etambule ng'egenda eyambuka, oyagala yeetuulule, oyagala ekula etya. Those are three, those are four maybe groups of animation. Kaso kitegeera ekyo, then the first step is finished. Kyetusoose ne tulaba nti where do you find animation? Animation tab. When you click here, you select which mode you want to emphasize, maybe to apply. Interest into oba oyagala eyingirewo etya. Emphasize wekiri nayo oyagala kirabike kitya, then exit oyagala kiveewo kitya, then motion oyagala kitambule kitya. It depends. Kansole kiri clear. Do you have any question there before we come back? Members?
Yes,
It's clear.
We are clear there. So we are gonna come back because I can see the meeting is about to end. So as I told you, you first select object or a text or anything on your slide, and you go to animation. From there, you come here. Let us see the entrance. Oyagala yingirewo etya kyetugenda okwogerako. These are one the different modes oba engeri gyekisobola okujjamu. So tubadde twogera about what we call transition. No, about animation. So tugambye nti animation yengeri gye tuyinza okuleeteramu introducing our content on a slide. Twagambye transition is affecting the entire slide. Kati kino kya affecting the content on slide. Animation is affecting content on slide. So engeri ki gyoyagala ekintu kirabikemu on your slide o kiyingirewo oba kibeere ku slide naye nga kikyuseemu. The default one nga kiwano kiri static tekimoving nga kikikola kijja kubeerawo ekito naye niwe ngenda mu slide show no yes it will remain like that. So niwe ngenda ano ngamba nti ngenda wa yes mu slide show it will remain in that way. Tekirina any effect, but we shall see when we apply animation what maybe can change or what happened to it. You first select, because if you don't select anything, when you go to animation it will be grayed out, tebigenda kuba active. So it will be activated when you first select what you want to apply to. So you come to your slide, you look for what you want to apply to, then you go to animation tab, click there, you will be able to see these commands. I told you first go to this drop down to see the different groups or the different examples or categories. There is a category of interest, engage ekigenda okuyingiramu. There is a category of emphasis, engage ekigenda like to be appear there, but the way it will change. Exit, how it gonna leave the slide, then motion, how it gonna flow or move on the slide. So we don't apply different animation. Professional, you apply a simple animation to your content. Don't make it complicated. You apply interest, you apply exit, you apply what motion, so that ngokola drama ko slide. No, we apply a simple and professional. Let us see what is the simple one. I want to go to slideshow and I bring out this maybe content onto maybe existence, but I will use what we call entrance category. I will choose one of these options or commands to see what it can bring. So allow me to maybe make it small and move it here, and I come here and I get back to my window. So entrance category, if I say I want to bring this one, njagala eyo content eri ku slide eyingirewo ng'eflyinga in. So you can see the preview egenda kuva wansi ng'eflyinga. Let me go to slide show and you see. Wona agenda mu slide show tegenda kubeerawo. The reason it is called entrance, egenda kuyingirawo neyo animation gyokoze ki gyogi applying. So when I click, it will come into existence in that way. That is what you call animation. Before, we tugenza mu edition nga nwe clicking nga tena kyekoleba static. Naye kati eva flying in. There is another way. There is different animation we can apply on it, which is in category of entries. We can have floating. That is the preview. You can see how it's gonna come. When I go to slideshow, you can see it will just come by floating. You can see if I go there under that category of entries, you can see sprint. That is how it can come. Then we can have fade. That is what we call fade. We can use entries and wheel. That is how it can wheel. You can use this existence and the entrance, and you apply that one. You can apply any bouncing. That is how it can bounce. Chino techiri into applying to only this one. I can come to this slide and I say no, I want this picture to come to be introduced with an animation. Let me select it. I go to animation and I go to maybe fly in. So when I go to slideshow, ojala want picture tegenda kuberawo, but because I've applied this animation, so if I want to bring it back, if I want to bring into existence or to an audience, I click and it comes in that way. So we can apply animation to any. I can say no, I want to apply to this text, only this text. I apply animation of entrance, njagala yingirewo nga maybe a growing and a turning. So let me go to slideshow and see. I click, because I applied first to depict it to come first, then another one to come like that. That is how we can see. To take a corner shape, it can affect anything which is on what you select, provided you select it and you're going to choose any kind of animation. It can affect that one. Let me hope until we look at applying animation, just basic animation to any shape or anything which is on your slide. Mulina content ku slide zamu musobola ku applying no selecting like this one and you apply. So that is what you call animation nga tukozesa group gye entries. We can use maybe we first select, as I said, you go to animation. We can go and navigate, or you try other emphasize. What is the difference between entries and emphasize? If I apply emphasize, it means if I apply like spin on this one, if I apply on that one, it means if I go to slideshow, since I went to emphasize category and I applied this animation, mwina agenda mu slideshow eja kubeerawo yo. But when I click, it will bring that animation which I've just applied. Let me click and you see the change. What much take it? More of a difference. When you apply something, when you select this very one and you apply animation from entrance, and you apply any. And when you go to slideshow, it will not be there. It will come when you click. And another concept you have just learned from there, it's when you add animation and you bring another animation, the first one will be deleted. It will update with the last one, the recent one you have just applied. This very one, we applied the first one, which was turning. But you see, when I applied the fly in from the exit, the other one was overcome or overturned, and it just came with this recent one. Well, mistake it. New concept when you're applying animation on the same object and you just come here and you select anyone, webanga ebadde nikyerina egenda kutekinga nikyeba egenda takinga kyova ku applying ako by that thing. kiri egenda kivaako. So we're gonna see if we want to add two animation on that very object, where do we go? Okubanga eri gye tusoose nayo tevaawo tebagideletinga ne batekinga the recent. I want to keep them kuba nina this object nyinza okuba nga njagala ejje mu style ebeerewo mu style era eveewo ku slide mu ku style. How? Let me use this object. I go to animation. I will go to categories. I want to bring categories. I want this object to come in with fly. I want that very object, this one, to come in again to be emphasized. Here, if I want to add another animation, you can see here the name, it is animation 1. So if I want to add animation, okubanga eri number 1 tevaawo nga nyongerako bwongezi, I will go to add animation. So from there, I can say spin. I add spin. You can see the preview. It means I've added now there two. I can select this very one. I go to animation and I say add another one. And I go to existing and I say I would like you to fly out. So let me go to slideshow. On a click, it will first bring the first animation of interest, which was fly in. It will come by flying in. On a click, it will emphasize it by turning it. You can see it is turning. On a click, it will take it away by flying out. Kansubire waliwo ayina ekibuuzaawo before we continue, because there is a lot to discuss about animation.
Teacher.
Yes.
You can ask.
Teacher, when manga speaking, like speaking 3 times, so not ezisobola kweraga.
Ng'oyagala zibeereko that exact name.
Nga njagala zibeereko zonna 3, naye era zeerage by clicking once. Can it work?
Like, let me go to this object. I understand your question. Maybe let me use this object so that we can understand that question. Provided I'm adding this animation, let me first bring it to normal. I'm deleting an animation, so I will go and add animation to oyagala flying in. At the same time, oyagala ko adding that very one, era flying in. So chiri to oyagala to adding animation, era tulete flying, era flying in. Era tusobola ku adding ko netugamba nti yes, I want animation era fly in. You come just add animation fly in. Zisobola okubaako 3 nga zezimu. Kyobadde otegeeza oba there is different
nedda kyabuuzizza nze nga bwe nkitegedde nze nga bwe twabadde mu transition nga waliwo option nti tusobola okuselectinga oba tusobola okugjako control ya mouth. Nti can we do the same thing mu animation nga kyo kibeera ku autoplay.
Okay,
kyotegeeza
ekyo kyobadde otegeeza.
Yes, teacher, that one.
That one kyobadde otegeeza nti without clicking oyagala
Yes,
kijjo
teacher.
automatically. We're gonna see that one how we can set, because we in tab ya animation twakogerako so far this option. Kansubizi ndo twakogerako muzitegedde. Other option omuntu ayinza okumbuuza mbu ate nga zino endala tuzogeddeko. This one you just try and out and you see what it can bring to your object. Or check it.
Teacher, how to delete?
How to delete this
How
animation?
to delete can just
Yes.
ngangizisa yes.
Ziri start 1 2 3. Oyagala ziveeko, just select that object with animation. Go to animation. Go to none. They will go away. If you want to
Okay.
delete one,
Thank you.
click on that very one. Let me go to maybe this one. We deleted already. Click on this one. Click on maybe this. There's this one. Go to. Let me select this one. Then click on this one. select the object animation, then I click on this. Where is my picture format? This one. No, I don't want this one. So when I want to delete one animation at a time, there is something I wanna introduce here. When the highlighting and in the animation, it is multiple, but I would like to delete the middle one. Sagara of deleting a zona. So how can I do that? If you want to delete everything, we just go to none and we turn it to normal. But we want to delete only one. It's also possible. So here I will introduce another option over command here. Cancel we change ogirako mu kitegedi muki marking. Twakogera ku option wano, then to add kino to add. But we're gonna see what you call animation pane. So I will click there. If I click on animation pane, agenda kundetera kibaita pano agenda okundaga animation zenina. So I can go and specifically delete what I don't want. I right click on it, then I remove that one. It will go. It will remain with 2. If I want to remain with 1, I right click on it, there will be option removing. It will remain with 1. This one is called animation pane. Ekulaga animation zolina kwa your object ndio select is. We're gonna see how we can use it to set even other things, advanced part of animations settings. So as per now, let us just understand animation. How can we add another animation? Then how can I see those animation which I have on my object? This is animation pane. Then let us talk about effect. As we know, we remain with this one to get more existence or more slideshow. We see what kind of animation we have. We have fly in ever once, but I would like this object to fly in from maybe top. I can change that direction. So let me go here. I select this one. I go to animation. I'm introducing another command called effect option. Effect option is depending upon selection jokoze ya animation. Katifamu this one, it is called animation fly in. Yet selected. So if I go to effect, it will bring the effect which can change according to this one. So I want it to come from top, so you can see the preview. So if you go to slideshow and you click, it will come in by flying from top. Kasubene tukitegirikise kati tugenda kwogera ku the question. Abuza question, can we make it come automatically? There's even here another command which I'm gonna talk about. Start on click. If you see here, start with previous, start after previous, we're gonna see what this one mean. So as per now, tulina kibaita start on click. In case olina mouse or clicking nejja. In case olina keyboard yo or clicking like spacebar, arrow nejja. Tulina kibaita trigger. Trigger, it means nti trigger olina kyogendo like ogenda ku trigger is like okuleetera that one to exist. Ekigendo kireetera, it means nti oyinza okuba wateese kuno animation naye nga toyagala muntu atamanyi PowerPoint kugidiscovering, toyagala ejibugi automatic, toyagala ezebu eyingira just automatically. For you oyagala ekole ki just obeewo n'akantu k'oteekawo like triggering nga omuntu alina okanyiga kaako okubanga animation ejja. So we're gonna see. For today I don't want to confuse you, because when I get options is confusing. Let us learn the basic one. We're gonna talk about these things in details when we meet again. First ask the question concerning the twakaiga mu capitalizing that concept. Then from there we're gonna see the advanced setting of it. kasube kiri okay. Musoke mubuze ebibuzo out there. When we come, we can talk about this one, then even this part of duration and what. Check it.
Nze mba nsaba kubuuza wano ku animations bwe mba mmaze oziteekamu lwaki bwenyigawo teziddamu ne zeenyeenya?
Wonyigawo otya?
Wano ku nnamba.
Ku namba 111.
Like mba nze akabeere nga kabuukabuuka.
Buli kaseera nga kabuukabuuka. But here you go to animation and you see here there is what we call preview. Make it ojja kalaba nga kabuukabuuka buli kaseera. Oba oyagala okalaba nga ojja no ku preview njagala kalaba. Era kajja kujja nga kabuukabuuka nga nyiga no ku preview njagala kalaba nga kabuukabuuka. Kati wano kajja kujja settinga auto preview olw'ensonga nga woba akapplying oba oyagala olabe kiki ky'ova oteekako kirabika kitya. If you don't want it, you can untick so that even if you add any animation here, you cannot see the preview. It will be there stuck. Togenda kulaba any change. But if it is there, nga kali auto, then when this one is ticked, when you apply something different, you can see the preview. It will change always. It will bring that preview. Okulaga kiki esobola okweraga nga ogenze mu presentation. So animation ekola ng'ogenze mu presentation. That is it. Woba oyagala kabuukebuuke kasigalewo, that is we're gonna see the advanced setting of rewinding, making it automatic and others. Oba recording in a video ne rewinding wegwako ngiddayo weva. Wegwako nga kaddayo wali wekatandika. Wegwa like that. Nge rewinding. That is this also setting in animation. Omukitegedde.
Yes, sir.
Woba olina question about what we have just learned, ask. Ekirala weba temulina question njabagamba nti musole bulungi naye try as much as possible mu practicing ebintu bye twakasoma. Making sure
nze mba nsaba kubuuza. Nze wano ku transitions bwe nteeka like I apply to all naye bisigala mu kigundi kyekimu slide emu.
we're clicking on transition, no clicking like push. No genda no nyiga wano. Tulaba sitanga zijja wano. Eno sitazima ziraga nti you have applied to all. That is how you can apply to all. So ye step gy'oteekinga nga n'ekigaana.
No obusitambula naye mbadde sitegedde nti slide to.
Okay. Before tekuli coaster, let me undo this one. Waliwo stage etegeeza animation, waliwo star etegeeza transition. Kati let me select slide eno etaliko any star. I go to transition, the transformation. I choose any transition. I can even change the effect and I say from left. You can see it only this slide too. If I'm not mistaken, slide to a star. If I want to apply to this transition to all slides, I come to transition, I click here. Everything will have that star. So if I go to slide show from the beginning, the same transition ejja kujja. The same transition ejja kujja. Mugiraba? Kati wano tuteesewo animation, that's why mulabye ekifaananyi kizze. This one animation mbadde sigijjeeyo. Let me hope that one is clear. So kati twakasoma concept ya animation and transition. The basic transition twazimaze. In case maybe twazitegedde, you better go for recording or you go for discussion with someone go about as man. or you can ask, either you can ask me or anyone gomanyi nti yasomako PowerPoint, provided takukwatira kuwakawo namukolera. Just ask. Asking is very good. Wobo muwa wakawo namukola then like oba weryaza amaanyi. So if you have any question, you can ask him, please. Mujasi munyambeko ekintu kimu nti mukozese genda creating a table of your own. From that table or creating a chart, ogende ku chart or applying kyebayita animation, but make sure nti one cell come at a go. One cell yejja, one neddako cell neddako ne wetu. That is it. Nti genda okole kola slide yonge following up from maybe from here nga zino zenyini zetukoze, continue from there. Don't do on two slide. No, continue from obo in a project, continue from that project. Obo kola exercise zetu, continue from that project. But make sure you create title and content slide layout, use that one, then create a table from that one, then create a chart from the table you created. Then you apply transition to all your slide, then you apply even animation to the graph specifically. And I would like to see one cell introduced in existence at a go. How do you set that cell to come? Because when applying animation on your graph, ejja kujja yonna naye nze njagala ejje eraga kamu. That is it. Oba osobola okikola, kiri very simple. Just go to effect, it will come. If you want to not try, jakulaba nga kigenda kujja very easy way. Abalagala kugezaako is okay. Musigale ne content wange. Otherwise musole bulungi.